Hello, everyone, and welcome to the RedFlex, your one and only channel for Man United news. It's make or break time for our season now. Will we finally get past the semi-final? Hello, and welcome to the RedFlex Live, brand new Man United channel where we do match reviews, previews, transfers, everything to do with Manchester United. Thanks for joining us as we preview the Manchester United versus Roma Europa League semi-final, which is, like I said, the make or break point of our season. And it is a special day today because all four members of the RedFlex
Am I seeing right? Is Abs here? Is that actually Abs?
Yeah.
We've got
a new person. For those of you who have only recently subscribed to us, the person in the top right of your
second debut
is supposed to be here on a regular basis. You may not have seen him, but he is one of the original members of the RedFlex. So let's get down to business. Quite a few things to talk about. We'll skip over some of the. Well, we don't skip over. We'll start with some of the things not related to the semi-final, just to quickly talk about it. So Ed Woodward's house got attacked again. I think it only came out recently. So did we? I don't know. Is it spin? Is it to make you feel sorry for him? I mean, I know last time it was. His house was attacked, and it's not nice to joke about it, but it just seems a little bit convenient. Or is it the attack led to his resignation, or is there some other story? Abdul, we'll come to you, new member of the team.
I mean, I think whoever has done that, if it's true, they've stepped way over the mark. That's unnecessary. It's not needed. It's not what we expect from the United fan base. So I fully, I do not condone those actions. It's poor. Whoever's decided to do that, if it's true.
100% we don't condone it, but it just, I don't know whether we're just used to conspiracy theories when it comes to Man United. I'm like, it's...
Yeah, I mean, it might well be a bit of PR spin. It might well be. But I'm not sure why they would do that. I mean, something must have happened. It may not be as bad as they said it was, but something has happened, and yeah, it's wrong. I don't think anyone should be doing that. That goes beyond that line, and it's been crossed, in my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, there's not really much more to say about it other than the fact that, yeah, we don't condone that sort of behaviour at all. Moving on to something a little bit more lighter topic. Roma fans seem to have been triggered, Cass, by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You want to tell us the little bit of the backstory behind that?
Yeah, so Solskjaer did an interview, and to be honest, it was so innocent. He just said, "Look, Italian teams, they've got a great."
What's that, Harris?
Yeah, I think the question was posed to him after the Granada game, and he pretty much said, "Look, Italian teams, they're good at defending, which they are." And he hasn't seen much of Roma. He hasn't seen them recently, and that has sparked absolute rage in Rome. Yeah. Fans have started putting posters of Solskjaer outside their training ground, telling them to remember or don't forget who Roma are. And I think I mentioned it yesterday as well. They need to remember who the hell we are. We're Manchester United, the biggest club in the world, and we give them a good old spanking.
As well. Yeah, absolutely.
We give them a good old spanking, a special spanking. 7 of the best.
To be fair, if the fans were allowed in the ground, this would be absolutely electric atmosphere. Because the Roma ultras are known as being a bit, let's say, wild. They're very, very wild. They're known for their fighting and all sorts. So it's not that I wanted to see.
I think there's a little bit of jealousy though, sir.
Yeah, they're wild. Yeah, I think they're not.
They're getting the hype of the protest. They want to get involved.
They're not a big team. They're not a big team. They're like just outside of the top 6 sort of team, sort of like an Everton.
When you've got Mike Smalling, you're a massive team.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. You got Man United's cast-offs.
One of the best defenders in Europe, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, last year everyone thought he was when we didn't.
Him and Maguire, man, that'd be the ideal party. So think about that. Wow.
The slow,
on a serious note, Qasim,
Go on.
The slowest partnership in world football.
No,
you would not have them in your.
I think it's pretty quick.
Team.
I think it's pretty quick.
You'd be
robust,
selling them straight away.
Strong.
I think he's pretty quick. Smalling's pretty good, actually.
No, he's not. He's very.
I think he's pretty good.
But anyway,
Lindelof or Smalling? Come on, let's be honest, guys.
Smalling, me.
Smalling, 100%.
All day.
Might have Smalling, yeah. I might have him as well, you know.
But based on what, though? Based on what?
He's a bit more physical. He's got better defender.
Yeah,
he won't get bullied. He won't get bullied.
The only thing, innit? The only thing, like, his passing shocking.
Faster as well. Pace is one of the main issues we have at the back. And,
I don't even think he's
he has
that
the pace.
fast. He might have
quite
been.
quick.
He's faster than Lindelof. Much faster than Lindelof.
He's old now, and he's getting on a bit now. Probably slowed down now. Like, we saw him, we're talking about his 4 or 5 year ago peak. We're not talking about now. It happens to everyone. I used to be rapid, now I'm finished. So it's just the way it is. He's not got it no more. So let's just get off that train. I don't think he's playing anyway tomorrow. I think Harris is the king of the presses. So you want to tell us anything?
Yeah, well, his one was interesting. A lot of questions about semi-finals and losing and what you're going to do different. You know, what have you done wrong in the past? I think the only thing he mentioned was he's made a few changes, even in the semi-finals in the past, where he's not maybe played his perceived full strongest 11. I think he kind of admitted to that a little bit in the press conference. But apart from that, he said it's going to be full. It's going to be full team, full squad. You know, his first 11. I think they got asked about the goalkeeping situation. And he didn't really say a name, but he said, you know, we want a goalkeeper who can pass it out from the back, which is a bit of a giveaway. So does this mean that De Gea's even
the final nail?
He's even dropped from the Europa League team. So
absolute. Yeah,
he's got to go then in that case.
Yeah, 100%. If that's the case, he's off. You know, I thought you could keep him happy by maybe playing him in the semi-final. Final, I don't know, but playing him in the semi-final, keep him happy.
The thing is, I don't think there's that much. Like, when you get to this stage, it's gonna come when you're playing a good team. It's literally gonna come down to shot stopping, innit? It's not gonna come down to like, oh, he did a good throw.
You don't know. Fine margins, fine details. You don't know, do you?
Yeah.
You know.
No, but if you're relegating, if you're gonna relegate De Gea to number 2 or the cup goalkeeper, you gotta let him see it out. You gotta let him see it through.
Yeah.
But even when it was the other way around, when De Gea was the number 1, he'd just come in for the ultimate heist for the final and the semi-final.
But he come in for the semi-final.
That's what caused the
number
big
1
problem
normally
with
plays
Romero,
those games.
That was unfair. Yeah, but it is what it is. But yeah, Roma, not full of our rejects, but a couple of rejects from Man United. Mkhitaryan, unfortunately, again, another one of those Dortmund signs that we make that never works out after Shinji Kagawa.
Was it right?
Shinji was okay, but he never lived up to the potential that he had at Dortmund, which makes me... I don't know whether they can't just handle the pressure of being at United or that the German league's just crap. But there's another 2 Dortmund players that we could potentially get, but obviously we'll talk about them in another video. Abdul, any danger men from your side? Roma? Do you see anything?
I think if Dzeko's fit, I think he can cause some issues at the back. I mean, from set pieces, we're pretty poor. So his height, his physicality, although we have Harry Maguire, who should be very physical, he seems to get kind of bullied very easily off the ball. So that's a concern for me. Any set piece, any crosses into the box, and I think that's where we're going to concede any goals if we do.
Yeah, pretty much. Cass, how do we win the game? What do we have to do?
I think, in terms, obviously, you got to look at the opposition, but this Roma side is nowhere near as good as, you know, Roma maybe a couple of years ago. They got, you know, they were in the Champions League. I think they beat Barca in I think it was a quarter or semi not so long ago.
The Totti and the Daniel
Totti, De Rossi. You know, they used to be a massive club. So I think AC Milan actually are better than Roma. And the fact that we beat AC Milan, and that was a tough game, though. That was a very tough game. I think if we focus on ourselves and our main players, so Fernandes, Shaw, and Rashford, if they perform how they can, then I think we'll be too strong for Roma. I don't think this should be a close game. I think we should win this like quite comfortably, really.
Yeah, I think
it all depends on our home result, doesn't it? Because at home,
we're dodgy as hell.
If we can not lose, or even if we win 2-1 at home, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, Harris, your lineup?
Yeah, I think Roma lost, didn't they? 3-2 against Cagliari, who were down in the bottom half of the Italian
team,
league.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 3-2.
They might have rested players. To be fair, I don't really know.
Yeah, they might have. To be honest, I didn't look at the starting 11. To be fair, I don't think Smalling started or Mkhitaryan. But then again, I don't think they start anyway. So I think as long as we keep it tight, I think we'll get the goals. Yeah, I mean, any sort of win will do. Obviously, you want to avoid the away goal, but you know that might be unavoidable sometimes with us when it comes to these sort of games. Starting 11, I think is going to be the standard, isn't it? Standard back four. I think he's going to play Dean Henderson. I think he's going to drop David De Gea for this. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, yeah, Maguire, Shaw. I think he's going to go for his beloved McFred again. I'm totally disgusted by that, but it will be. I think it'll be Pogba on the left. I think it'll be that kind of.
Alice, you want to tell us why Solskjaer always picks Fred?
No, let's not. I think it's not past the watershed yet. But I think it'll be Pogba.
Interesting comment that was.
It'll be Roman on the left. I'm interested to see who plays up front because did you go with the pace kind of
Surely Edison.
Rashford? Yeah, Greenfield.
I think that's a certain.
Yeah, sure.
Or you're going to go with Cavani, so that'll be interesting. But I'm happy with any combination of the two out of the three up front.
Okay, Abdul, you got a specific lineup? I think, like I said, the back four picks itself.
I mean,
the goalkeeper's up for debate, but the rest of the team.
Yeah, I think with Ole, I think he's going to go with McFred. I don't want to see that because I think Bruno has kind of recently said as well that when he plays with Paul Pogba, that brings the best out of him. I know if he does play on the left, for example, he will be.
Pogba's in the team
if he plays, he's probably going to be on the left. But I still want to see him in the middle of the park. I think he's more effective there. And it's a waste because then we need that extra pace down the wings, especially if we've got Edison Cavani up front who doesn't have that pace. So we need some extra pace to kind of do the running for him and for us to kind of stretch their defense. And if we got Paul Pogba on the left, it means we've only got potentially one player with any pace on the right, maybe. So that could be an issue.
Cass, what about you? Anything else to offer?
No, I think he's not going to focus it on pace because I think Roma are going to be sitting deep and they're going to be coming to defend. So I think he's probably going to want Pogba and Fernandes to get in field and start creating stuff. I will be so surprised if Pogba plays as one of the two. If Solskjaer goes for that, then I would be very, very impressed. But I don't think that's going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
No, I definitely don't think. If there's any game that makes sense for McFred to start, it's probably this game, even though obviously, we've got opinions on it. But it probably makes sense. I think everything else, just like Harris and Abdul said.
Based on what, though?
Doesn't want to concede.
Based on the fact that Solskjaer is a cautious manager. That's ultimately.
But the thing is, Roma are not. They're not gonna come and blast us with any sort of.
He's happy with the 1-0. Solskjaer will take a 1-0 right now.
I think he knows that the game at Old Trafford is the most dangerous game. So he's in a way he's trying to play as probably doesn't make sense, but it's almost our away game playing at home, and that's why he maybe wants to start him. And then when we go away from home, obviously we know how devastating we can be away from home.
Yeah. What's no one's really talking about Rashford. Is he injured?
No, he's fit. He's fit. You play on the right, I think.
Yeah, so then how is everyone fitting in Rashford, Greenwood?
5-3-1-2. 5-3-1-2, isn't it?
I don't know about
That's
that.
how it is.
I don't want to see 5 at the back.
No, I don't think it'll be 5.
Oh, sorry. 4-3-1-2, isn't it?
Yeah, 4-3-1. I don't know about that.
I think it'll just be Pogba left, Rashford right, and Cavani up front. That's what I think.
Could be something like that. Or he might put
form as well.
Or Greenwood deserves to play.
Greenwood up front, Rashford on the right. I don't know. Yeah, I just think Rashford and Shaw have got an unbelievable kind of like thing going on the left. So I don't know how he's going to fit Pogba. And obviously, it worked against Leeds. Well, it didn't work. It was 0-0, but he rested Pogba. I'm not sure whether that's because he was fasting or what was going on, but he didn't play Pogba.
He's resting Pogba to play this game 100%.
Yeah.
Surely, yeah. And also Edison Cavani as well.
Yeah,
must be
100%. Those two are in the team, but just a matter of how. I mean, I don't see a reason for playing McFred. because I don't think Roma are gonna give us that much problems. But like you all said, it probably is going to as a cautious approach. So we're gonna sacrifice attacking flair once again, and we're gonna make it tight, and we're gonna make it difficult for ourselves when we don't really have to. Which is,
I think the question that we want to ask is it going to be an entertaining game, boys, or is it going to be another drab?
Drab European occasion it's going to be.
No game's been entertaining at Old Trafford this year, apart from Leeds.
Yeah, all depends on what Roma come to do. Because if they come to, because the thing is for them, the home, they just don't want to give the away goal away, so they're not coming to play. Is it their home? We're at theirs first, aren't we?
We're at home.
We're at
home first.
Yeah.
Then that's all right. Yeah, the away leg second is good for me because we'll beat them anyway. So yeah, they're gonna have to come to play. They're gonna come to play for the away goal, and then I think the counter attack's gonna come into play because Italian teams notoriously don't do well against pace especially on the counter. So if I was Solskjaer, I'd be playing my fastest players in this formation. I'd be playing the fastest players I've got in terms of wing play. Yeah, maybe even Cavani might not even make it for me because I'd go with Mason.
Big call that.
Yeah, I'd go for pace because, like I said, if you're gonna play McFred, then for me, I'll sacrifice Cavani.
It's whether or not Roma are going to give you that space in behind. I don't think so.
Old Trafford, I think
they want the away goal though. Without the away goal, they're gonna struggle. Without the away goal, any team's going to struggle in Europe. You're
seems to be the case.
Home.
The way to play against United, especially at home, is to sit deep and hit us on the counter, and that seems to work for a lot of teams. So that's what I expect Roma to do. To be fair,
yeah, the 0-0's probably is not going to be a good result for them, but it just depends on their mentality. I mean, the fans have hyped it up, like we know now. They've hyped it up. They're going to demand something, some sort of pace and power. So if you're Roma and you get a 0-0 here, you're putting a hell of a lot of pressure on yourself to go and win the game out. Second leg of a European semi where everything's on the line and the pressure's on. That's a lot. So if it was me out of the two games, because the second game's always going to have more pressure on it, I'd go for it now if I could. But anyway, different people for different
Italian things. Italian DNA will prevent them from doing it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. Abdul, what's your match prediction?
It's a tough one, this, because it depends how Roma play. Obviously, it depends if we put on a good show as well. So if we kind of play like we did against some of the big teams at home as well. I think Usman's kind of maybe underplaying how good Roma are. I think most of us probably thought Ajax were going to get through that tie, but Roma beat them. So they are a decent team, very decent team.
It'll be shocking in the league, though. Shocking in the league.
Yeah, it might just be to put all their eggs into this basket. And for them, this is the bigger tie, and this is what they're interested in. So for me, I think we'll win. It's going to be a tight game. Could well be a draw, but I'm going to go for 2-1 to Man United.
Cass?
Normally I come on and I say, I've got this feeling. I start saying 3s and 4s and 5s.
5-2 and 6-4 or something normally.
I've eventually learnt my lesson that Man United are not an entertaining team. They're not here to score goals. So taking that into consideration, I'm going for a 1-0 smashing.
What, smashing as in we're getting beat?
No, as in a 1-0 win.
Smash and grab by us.
Smash on the counter.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it's Sam Allardyce. Sam Allardyce said once, we smashed them 1-0, so it was just a little tongue-in-cheek.
Smashed them 1-0. Alex, what about you?
No, I can see this being like the Milan game, Like everyone was like, Milan have got all these injured players, they're going to do nothing, they're going to get smashed. And they actually outdid us in every single department for the first 60 minutes in that game. So I can actually see that happening again against Roma. I'm going 1-1.
Oh, he's gone on the fence again.
Yeah. Midfield, anyway. I think we will not be able to control the midfield with McFred anyway. So that's the problem we're going to have against any team who's half good on the ball, half decent on the ball.
I think a draw is good for United, though.
Yeah,
good take
the starting lineup. Yeah, but the only draw I'd go for is the 0-0.
0-0. Yeah, you don't want 1-1.
Yeah, I don't want the 1-1.
I'd expect us to score there. 1-1's.
We expect to. Yeah, you expect us to score, isn't it? At the moment, right now, the problem is we do have the Liverpool game coming up, but I think, like I said before, like I said last week, I would happily write that off.
I don't want to lose.
I know that if we win, we could pretty much end their top 4 hopes by winning. But for me, these 2 games are key. So whatever we do in these 2 games is going to define our season. Whether we win, lose, or draw to Liverpool is not going to make that much difference. So
I think we need to remember, look, United, Usman, just one point. We've always said, always been on about we need to finish second, better than last season. Leicester play on Friday. If they win, they're 2 points behind us, and they played a game more. So if we don't win against Liverpool, they've got a chance of getting second.
We play them after that as well,
and we play them as well. Yeah, so
we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, for me, second, third, not really too fussed. That's where I stand. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but me, second or third, I'm not bothered. If it means, like I said, if third means getting a trophy, I know what I'd choose. I definitely know what I'd choose. For me, I do see us probably conceding, and I think I agree with you, Abdullah. Go for the 2-1 as well. So it's going to be a tough game, but definitely looking forward to that game. We'll be back after that game with all of the match reaction, hopefully with a Manchester United win. And tonight, I just remembered that I'm a very, very big PSG fan, so I'll be watching that game as well. So we'll keep you updated on that. But this is the RedFlex, the one and only channel in the whole world, run by 4 Manchester United supporting brothers who all live in Manchester, who are on the screen right now. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing and also join us on the other platforms which are on your screen. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.